So, do you think that God holds himself responsible, or do you think he blames other people? This video is going to be about self-accountability. It is really going to be about how to change your entire life with manifestation. I'm making this video because a lot of my clients, they are interested in business growth or some physical issue. But what I teach, changing your identity, is affecting everything, or it should affect everything. It should make you unstoppable in all areas of life. How to change your relationship, how to change your physical appearance, how to change your financial stability, how to change everything. And this is what we're going to talk about today. And accountability is so incredibly powerful. Most people don't do it because it feels not good when you don't do it like I'm about to teach you. So taking this on means that you're powerful. Taking the biggest stone and carrying it means that you are assuming yourself to be the most powerful one in the building or in the room that you are in. So if you can start there, just realize it's not about doing less, it's about doing more, because in that lies the assumption that you are the one chosen. And I want to give you an example from a relationship. A relationship with your partner where your partner is annoying, or something like that. Then you have two options. And option number one is oftentimes thought number one. And you, because you're watching this video, get to dig a little bit deeper. Because when you need to control your life, you need to control your thoughts. And that means losing ego, losing Satan, losing hell, whatever you would call it. If you can totally remove hell from your life, you're doing it like this. So your partner is annoying, whatever, and you get a thought, I'm always the one doing this, or he is always like this. That is your dominant thought, and that is the one you're giving energy right now. And you can extrapolate this to any area of life. You feel pain in your body, it's the same thing. We can talk about that just in a few seconds. But underneath that is a very powerful decision to be made, and that's thought number two, the meta thought, the inception thought. It is the dream beyond the dream. It is, so the thought arising now, is that mine, and do I like it? Is it helping me, or can I just get rid of it? And asking yourself that will change your life in a few days. And then you get to replace it. So what will happen is, he always does like this, right? And then you will ask yourself, so now I have a thought about it. If I disidentify with that thought, it's not mine, it's just a thought that I have been thinking so much that it feels normal. Is it helping me? Do I like it? No, it makes me feel bad. Then pick a thought that is more powerful. You can, in that instant, be thinking, I realize that my partner has bad days and good days as well as me. Or I will assume that if I stay in my love and my peace and my perfection, then that will reflect onto my partner. I realize that my partner is allowed her emotion, and so on. So if you pick another thought that is out of ego, out of hell, when you go to heaven and pick the righteous thought, then you are unstoppable. Nothing can hurt you. So that is also what I talk about in other videos when I tell you to be selfish. It is actually to pick the right thoughts for you. So in this relationship right now, you are being selfish in a way, right? You are not letting your partner decide your emotion. But realize that's not your emotion, it's your ego's emotion. And you are actually hurting the relationship by participating with ego. And you can help the relationship with participating from a godly state, right? And I'll just read you some scripture from the Bible and from the Quran, as always, to help you see that you can change anything, but it starts with you, all right? Obviously, some of the first here you know already. Proverbs 23:7. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So in that moment, you're responsible for your own reaction. So diving down thoughts and emotions that hurt you, why would you? Matthew 7:3-5. This is so lovely. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own? Right? And that is about stop pointing fingers, because reality begins within. So it is actually also a recognition of what I would see in my partner, I would assume to be true somehow in myself, otherwise I would not recognize it. And we can talk about that in another video. That would get rather deep if we were to go down that route right now. But anything you assume to be true about your partner is a reflection of you. So if you stay in your light, that love will transcend into your partner. So it's really not about changing others. It's about changing how you see them. And by doing that, you will change them, because they will be forgiven, and you will forgive yourself for seeing them in a bad life. And you will also light, and you will forgive them for staying in your light. So this is the only way to give them the option of becoming who you want them to be. So whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Obviously, Matthew 18:18. Like this, the physical plane, the consequence in this physical plane is a consequence of what you have bound in heaven. And heaven meaning your mind, your imagination, your godly state, where you stay in the present moment, realizing that you are an active co-creator in this universe. And then let's take a couple from the Quran, Surah 13:11. Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves. Right? So Allah, God, consciousness, awareness, source, the universe, whatever you call it, right? If that represents collective consciousness, the greatest creative, like the greatest power in the universe, the all, or whatever you would call it, right? That you are a part of that. You are made in his image, and so your consciousness will not change the condition of a people until you change what is within you, right? And that is not only in relationships, but you can see how external changes always begins with internal shifts. This I also love. It is from Surah Baqarah 2:16. I'm paraphrasing because I just wrote it down. Perhaps you hate a thing and it's good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it's bad for you. And then it goes on to say that Allah knows what is the right thing for you. Something like that. You can look it up. And so if your consciousness knows, then what is it that is being called you in this quote? And you is in this quote is what you identify as. It is your ego. So perhaps your ego loves a thing when it's bad for you. And consciousness knows. And perhaps you hate a thing, ego-wise, and it's good for you. And this would be one of those instances where some people would watch this video and say, yeah, but I'm always the one taking blame, or like you would instantly go to ego to defend ego, instead of realizing, yeah, but I hate the thought. And because I'm responsible for my own feelings, I can stay in that hateful thought, keep hating, or I can change it. And I don't have to be leaning on to external world to get my emotions met. I can give it to myself. Yeah, and then the third one from Surah 42:40, whoever pardons and makes reconciliation, his reward is with Allah. So forgiveness, we've talked about that before. It's really a spiritual upgrade. Like when you soften your perception, you really become unstoppable because nothing can touch you. So it is always, you are not pardoning, you're not like in a bad way. You're just making reconciliation with everything that happens around you. Everything is in your favor. Like it is really not, I'm taking on this burden and feeling even worse. It is actually, I'm taking on this burden because it means I know that I can carry it. Because I know I don't have to carry it. I just have to stay in my own power. So whatever comes at me will be reflected with my power and my love. Hopefully you can see how this is manifestation, because I have not talked about manifesting money yet. Maybe I will later in this video, but I have talked about how do you manifest changes in your world. It is simply by realizing how powerful you are at all moments. It is always you. It is always you. And then let's take this example with physical changes, because some of my clients, even though most of them are business people, this transcends to everything. And some of them, they just come to me with a physical problem or a psychological problem. And then we will do the same. So when you have pain in your body, first off, realize that the pain is not yours. You don't have to identify with it. And what you do is you catch it. You catch the pain, and it's not about the pain. When we try to change identities away from pain or a physical illness, it's not about, yeah, but I can still feel the pain. Yeah, it's not about your awareness on the pain. It's about the awareness on the level deeper, like it was in the first example. So how do I attend to the thought I have about my pain, and not how do I attend to the pain? It's the same with money. How do I attend to not to the money, my bank account, what it shows me, but how do I attend to the thought I have about that bank statement? Because in that is total freedom, right? You can pick any thought yourself. So you feel pain, and you are used to recognizing, I hate this pain. Feel old. I can't get rid of this pain. I can't enjoy the day because of this pain. Realize that the pain has not gone away because of that. And then realize that you are affirming your pain, right? You are standing in the mirror, and instead of saying, I'm beautiful, you are saying, I feel pain, I feel pain, right? And I'm here to tell you that you can stop affirming that. And it's possible to simply let the pain be pain and not identifying with it. And just try this for a week, not identifying with it. That every time you feel your pain, saying, okay, I don't feel pain inside. So I don't have a response to this pain. I'm healthy. I don't feel pain. I feel better every day. So you do not charge it. You do not resist it. You actually accept the pain. So you catch not the pain, you catch the thought towards the pain. And because you're changing your internal world, the external world often follows very rapidly, actually. So if you could choose to be painless inside, you could have that going while still feeling the pain on the outside. It's totally okay to have both. And that is also claiming your power. It is, I will not give my power to the pain. I will stay in my power while feeling pain. Yes. So in all areas of life, first level is immediately reacting to pain, partner, whatever, money. And then the second layer, which this video is about, is, do I like this thought? Is this thought affirming a future I would like, or is it affirming the future I'm currently in? Most of you are in this path, affirming constantly, because you have perception, and that becomes your projection. So there's something in my world, I'm reacting to it by telling myself it's like that, and then I will reaffirm that because I'm co-creating this universe. So you will just keep on being this loop, right? So it's actually putting on the brakes, stopping that vehicle from driving, then going backwards slowly. Okay, something in my outside world, I see it. I get a thought, I will not attend to it. I will think the best thought I can think. And then next day, and you will slowly reverse any condition in your life. So yeah. This is the path of power. This is the path of the awakened one, where you realize that your life experience is what you can feel and touch. And you are in control of that. You're not always in the control of the outside world. Way more in control than you believe right now. You just need to remember. But yeah, that's it for today. Get out of here. Bye.